Man, Ant-Man sucks. The CGI is horrible. Marvel is done for. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. Greetings to all. Today we're going to be diving into some hot takes in the movie industry. Here are some movies that I think get too much hate. The Force Awakens. Okay, so hear me out. The Force Awakens is not a bad movie. In fact, it's a good one. Yeah, sure, it wasn't as creative to reboot a whole franchise and just scribble a few names out and make it all good and all. But it was fun. The script was good, the pacing was good, and the plot wasn't too shabby. What really should be hated is just the sequel trilogy in general, because The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker do deserve a good chunk of hate. But not The Force Awakens. I honestly think that it's just Rey's character that attracts all the hate in The Force Awakens, because she most definitely has some plot armor. But it's not the end of the world. No one said that she was the best Jedi up until The Rise of Skywalker. She doesn't have to be the best Jedi. Kylo Ren's always been an interesting character. I don't think I've met anyone who actually dislikes Kylo Ren as a villain. Especially in this movie. This movie, he's the GOAT. Snoke isn't an entire copy of Palpatine, but he does the job. And the side characters are but they're there, and they're there for a reason. Overall, it's a solid movie. The Amazing Spiderman 2. This one, I think, gets way too much hate. I honestly think that the only thing that went wrong was the dialogue. The dialogue is straight up horrible.
It's my birthday. Now it's time for me to light my candles.
But if you look past that and get the overall story, it tells a really cool message. The fact that you can't have everything you want, but you can still do your best to try fighting. Not to mention the visuals. My lord, the visuals. People do not talk enough about these visuals. I genuinely think that this might be one of the best looking movies I have ever seen, period, when it comes to CGI. And I honestly don't even see the hate against Electro. Again, bad dialogue, but there's nothing wrong with Blue Lightning. Since when was Blue Lightning such an issue? I think Blue Lightning works, and his overall design isn't that bad. And the same with the Green Goblin. Yeah, sure, he looks like he's kind of on crack and, you know, just not good in mental places. But that's okay, because he's a goblin. Maybe if they just fixed the hair makeup or did a little bit of tweaking on his face, he would have looked sick. Because, like, his armor is awesome. It's unfortunate he had to get scrapped at the end, but, you know. And also the soundtrack. The soundtrack is crisp. You cannot go wrong with the Hans Zimmer soundtrack. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. The main theme for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Like, much better. And honestly, the best Spider-Man theme out of all the Spider-Man themes. Yes, even Tobey's. And I will also say that the second is better than the first. And I will also say that the CGI in this movie is the best CGI of any Spider-Man movie that exists right now. But if you were wondering, Andrew Garfield is not the best Spider-Man. It's the original Spider-Man PS4. Tommorowland. When I first saw Tommorowland, I thought it was going to be one of my favorites. I was also a child when I saw it, so opinions have changed. But it's still really good. I think a problem with a lot of movies is they don't seek to go beyond what we have on Earth. Basically, they jump into the future and create a bunch of stupid cool stuff. But it gives hope to those who want to create that fantasy world. And it also just looks pretty clean. Now, the main character is most definitely questionable. But that's okay, because you get better characters all over. You got George Clooney doing his thing. The robot chick has a really good actress. It's also a cool concept to have superpowered kids. Also, I love the enemy robots. I just think they're so insanely entertaining to watch. Like, look at some of this.
You have been permitted to live based upon your agreed non-intervention. You are now harboring a fugitive element. Release her to our custody or be extinguished. You have 1 minute to comply. John Francis Walker, by authority of Governor Nix, this unit has been authorized.
It's overall just a fun and enjoyable movie, and the plot isn't too stinky either. Teenagers in a half shell, turtle power. The live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So to first get things out of the way, the visuals in this movie are insane. There was a very large trend with 2014 in having some amazing looking movies. Like, what happened? Definitely a complaint is that the main character being April O'Neil, otherwise known as Megan Fox, she's an incredibly bland character. I don't know why Megan Fox chooses those roles. But anyway, we're here for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? All of their characters are pretty much perfectly portrayed. And they're badass. If you're complaining about freakishly realistic looking CGI, what did you expect? It's a live action. They look great because they look real. I will say though that Shredder's character is like completely undeveloped. His sole role is just to play Shredder and to act really cool. Not that I have a problem with only cool, but he's just straight up soulless. All in all, it's just a fun ride of a movie. To see everything that you would expect in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's just pretty freaking cool. And yeah, there were some iffy moments with the dialogue, but it's not enough to hate it. And the soundtrack's really cool. I most definitely think that these movies are overhated, and I have more to talk about. What do you think? Go ahead and comment your thoughts. And I do have a bunch of other movies to talk about that are overhated, so subscribe for more. Cowabunga.